The following webinar is produced by staff of the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development. DHCD is committed to creating safe, affordable, and prosperous communities to live, work, and do business in Virginia. The following webinar content will focus on the economic vitality point of the Main Street approach for preservation-based economic development and community revitalization. Let's get started by taking a look at the Main Street approach and how economic vitality fits into the framework. But before I dive into the focus, here is some food for thought. What makes residents love where they live? What draws people to a place and keeps them there? In today's economic climate, community leaders are seeking new ways to attract and retain people, develop prosperous economies, and create jobs. In a partnership with the Knight Foundation, Gallup gathered insights from nearly 43,000 individuals to determine factors that attach residents to their communities and the role of community attachment in an area's economic growth and well-being. The Knight Soul of the Community study provides evidence that the drivers that create emotional bonds between people and their community are consistent in virtually every town. People consistently give higher ratings for elements that relate directly to their daily quality of life, an area's physical beauty, opportunities for socializing, and a community's openness to all people. Remarkably, the study also shows that the communities with the highest levels of attachment had the highest rates of GDP growth, a comprehensive scorecard of a locality's economic health. There is strong evidence and a clear return for community leaders to invest in these community-based revitalization initiatives. Rising to the challenge, the Main Street approach provides the framework to harness local assets and create a better quality of life for all. So what is this Main Street all about? Main Street America is a program of the National Main Street Center, a subsidiary of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. It is also the name of the national network of coordinating programs, Main Street communities and districts, and affiliates. As a Main Street America coordinating program, Virginia Main Street helps to lead a powerful grassroots network consisting of over 40 coordinating programs and over 2,000 neighborhoods and communities across the country committed to creating high-quality places and to building stronger communities through preservation-based economic development. Virginia Main Street offers a range of services and assistance to communities interested in revitalizing their historic commercial districts. So altogether, Main Street empowers communities to set their own destinies and offers a roadmap for locally owned, locally driven prosperity. The Main Street approach offers community-based revitalization initiatives with a practical, adaptable framework for downtown transformation that is easily tailored to local conditions. It is most effective in places where community residents have a strong emotional, social, and civic connection and are motivated to get involved and make a difference. The Main Street approach begins with creating a vision for success on Main Street, a community-driven process that brings diverse stakeholders from all sectors together to be proactive participants in the revitalization process. It is also based on a solid analysis and understanding of the district's market and best economic opportunities. From these activities, transformation strategies are then generated to help guide a revitalization program's work around a particular customer segment or underserved market. These strategies are implemented through a broad range of activities that span the four broad areas of work: economic vitality, design, promotion, and organization, and are measurable, making it possible to track progress. Transformation strategies are implemented through comprehensive work in those four broad areas known as the 4 points. Economic vitality focuses on capital incentives, and other economic and financial tools to assist new and existing businesses, catalyze property investment, and create a supportive environment for entrepreneurs and innovators that drive local economies. Design supports a community's transformation by enhancing the physical and visual assets that set the commercial district apart. Promotion positions the downtown or community district as the center of the community and hub of economic activity, while creating a positive image that showcases a community's unique characteristics. And organization involves creating a strong foundation for a sustainable revitalization effort, including cultivating partnerships, community involvement, and resources for the district. Why economic vitality? What is the purpose of this point? Well, to improve economic performance of the district by learning about the district's current economic condition and opportunities for market growth, strengthening existing businesses and recruiting new ones, working with property owners and partners to promote the strategic use of space and development, and forging economic development partnerships to assemble training and mentoring, financial incentives, and access to capital. More simply, there are three key areas of focus: assessment, business development, real estate development. And you'll see here that education is in the middle. A lot of what you're going to be doing as a committee is educating your businesses, property owners, and partners about these three key areas. Whether economic vitality is a committee, project task force, or a category on a work plan, a well-honed brain trust of expertise is needed. Team members could include merchants, property owners, realtors, mortgage bankers, consumers, marketing professionals, developers, stockbrokers, business students, and small business development centers, or SBDC representatives. One of the first actions is to familiarize yourself with your community's assets and learn about the district's current economic condition and opportunities for market growth. You need to know your history, which are the development patterns, the economic engines of the past that fueled the local economy and employed residents. Your downtown district, the available commercial and residential properties, the existing mix of businesses, and the desired retail, restaurant, and service businesses. And your customer base, those who shop, work, and live within the district, understanding their demographics, income, likes, and dislikes. This information informs your market position. It answers, what is your Main Street's competitive advantage? What makes it unique, and how can you best use it? What is your position related to the competition? What is strong about its business mix? Is there a primary set of goods and services it offers? What would be the ideal customer base? So what information already exists? What research is needed to understand the district's economy? You can gather census information from uscensus.gov, including population, demographics, and income. Sales tax data from your local commissioner of revenue, getting as close to an area reflective of your Main Street district as possible. And market studies completed in the last 3 to 5 years by the municipality, economic development authority, planning district commission, or other community partners. Reports can also be purchased from a geographic information system mapping service such as Esri. Create and maintain an inventory of properties and businesses. Keep all of the data in one place for easy access and analysis by staff and volunteers. A simple Excel spreadsheet could work, or investment in cloud-based commercial district management software such as Maestro Community Manager. And identify gaps in information and research that needs to be done. Do you have the full picture of your community's market and future potential? You may need to survey customers or lead your own market analysis. What are the district's current economic strengths and assets? Which businesses or activities are most successful? What customers do we attract? While some reports may already exist, you can extract information by engaging community stakeholders. They live and work in the midst of the market and have some keen insights that can help you understand the strengths and opportunities. Conduct a survey of the businesses and residents through online services like SurveyMonkey or Alchemer. Identify clusters of businesses that appear to be doing well and survey them for highest revenue days, business barriers and needs, and customer buying patterns. Identify types of customers who currently shop in the district and survey them for favored businesses, shopping hours, and new businesses that are desired. And listen, note, and discuss why the district is strong in these areas. Is the community or region providing all the goods and services for which market demand exists? Conduct a retail sales gap analysis and compare potential buying power of area residents with actual sales for major retail categories. How-to guides are available through Main Street America or explore online the offerings from universities. List the businesses in the district that may be able to support the community wants. Surveys and an analysis can inform that wish list of desired businesses that can be supported by the existing market. This information is essential for small business attraction and development of incentives and programs. Take what you've learned and develop a market positioning, which describes where downtown is or should be positioned based on market information, community desires, and realistic expectations. It identifies a downtown specialization or niche based on a primary consumer segment served or a primary set of goods and services offered. All in all, it is a synopsis of the downtown's major market groups and a description of its opportunities for growth. When writing a market position statement, ask, how should the district be positioned in the minds of the public? The goal is to be memorable and remarkable so consumers choose your downtown over the competition. Here's an example. Downtown specializes in rejuvenating the mind, body, and spirit, offering pensive arts, refined entertainment, rural exercise, and elegant relaxation within a revitalized historic setting. Downtown caters to sophisticated women and their families through the region. Who is the customer, and what are the products? Look to your transformation strategies or work with your board and committees to develop them. After all, so much can be gleaned from community input and vision. Here's an example of a customer-based strategy, elder-friendly and aging in place, used to strengthen the economic position around youthful retirees as a customer group. Districts that help people continue living independently for as long as possible by providing goods, medical, and social services, and a safe, accommodating environment. Or here is an example of product-based strategy. Food, used to strengthen the economic position, commercial district around a product. Districts that aim to expand the role of food sales and service by supporting the development of restaurants, caterers, farmers markets, and food production. Economic vitality works with the existing economic base, which is your local businesses that drive the economy, to facilitate and promote collaboration, advocacy, and assistance. Develop programming that helps existing businesses better meet the needs of customers and expand their sales. Communicating is not enough. It's about building relationships, earning trust of property owners and the business community through high-touch techniques such as face-to-face conversations, block captains or business visitation programs, and conversations with local economic development partners to provide updates and identify ways to collaborate. and high-tech techniques, like electronic communication tools to connect, including websites, social media, email blasts, and updates. Often it's a customized combination of these that best reflect how your district businesses receive and communicate information. Sometimes a flyer or a handwritten note is all that's needed. Here are some economic vitality actions to support small businesses. Organize an economic vitality volunteer-led business visitation program or block captain program, such as Stanton's Ambassador Task Force. A group of local volunteers created the program to connect downtown businesses with the Stanton Downtown Development Association through regular business visits, attending quarterly meetings and trainings, and submitting a monthly report about their visits to the board and staff. Host business roundtable events on timely topics of specific interest to district stakeholders, or promote continuing education and training opportunities for business owners, such as Destination Downtown South Boston's Keep Entrepreneurs program, KEPT, designed to support and sustain a cohort of new small business owners who won startup funds through the local implementation of DHCD's Community Business Launch. You can create a closed Facebook group page for business community members to share information, such as the Downtown Farmville Merchant Group, a safe and private environment for peer support and information sharing, or host business and stakeholder networking events to build camaraderie and share ideas. Danville's River District Association offers Mornings on Main, a monthly event to help build relationships between businesses, provide a space for idea and news sharing, keep businesses up to date on what's happening in the River District, and create a stronger relationship with the city partners. River District businesses and partners can attend in person or via Zoom. You can create a district owner's manual with a who to call directory for information and assistance. The Eastern Shore's Onancock Main Street launched a new branding and a website that includes contacts and resources to support the small businesses in the district. This includes a guide for developing a business plan, funding sources, marketing best practices, and local business advocacy contacts. Think about what are ways you can build and strengthen relationships with and among business community members. What programs and resources are already in place to help support businesses? What would you like to change or add? Another area of focus is working with property owners and partners to promote the strategic use of space and development. Donovan Ripkema of Place Economics and longtime partner of the National Main Street Center puts the value of our historic buildings in understandable economic terms. These terms are helpful to your program to analyze and craft your program's case for support. Consider the cost of an empty storefront to the municipality and local economy, which is the estimated lost economic activity of a building sitting empty for 1 year, including lost sales tax revenue, lost rents, lost owner compensation, lost employee payroll, and lost building and business loan demands to local banks. The study and resulting estimate of lost economic activity demonstrates that it's in everyone's best interest to maximize real estate and promote strategic development. Economic vitality works with property owners and partners to promote the strategic use of space and development. Simply market the properties, buildings, and spaces. At the same time, consider strategies to maximize space, such as adaptive reuse opportunities and trends for new spaces to accommodate a broad mix of uses that make a vibrant district. An adaptive reuse project takes an old building or site and reuses it for new purposes. This former bank building in downtown Lexington was adaptively reused for residential. Those existing ultra-small storefronts or newly created small spaces can be used for micro retail, a retail model that fits in a tiny storefront, just 50 square feet, like the shipping container shown here in Austin, Texas. Pop-up shops are retail spaces that open for a short period of time. Think mall calendar stores that take advantage of a temporary market at the end of each year. These pop-up shops can be used for new product experimentation and incubation, with the business anticipated to outgrow the space quickly and move into a larger storefront. Many of our main streets have former department store spaces that sit vacant due to their size. Consider shared spaces, which are larger retail spaces subdivided for multiple businesses that have a similar customer base. Here are some economic vitality actions to promote opportunities. Review existing land use plans, ordinances, and codes to ensure compatibility with uses targeted for development, such as housing and small-scale manufacturing. Review existing and, if needed, consider investing in a downtown master plan to identify development opportunities and lay out the blueprint for the desired results. Southwest Virginia's town of Damascus applied for a DHCD Community Development Block Grant, planning grant, which provided capital to fund the planning. The plan includes an economic analysis, business development recommendations, and a physical improvements plan that includes CDBG-funded initiatives, such as downtown connector trails, hotel and brewery expansion, and an amphitheater. Perform research to identify and profile business types and uses that can be targeted expansion and recruitment based on gaps and market demand, as well as demand for district housing, amenities, and price points. The Virginia Main Street program offers to Advancing Virginia Main Street and Exploring Main Street Communities the Financial Feasibility Study Grant, which funds the market exploration and architectural and financial feasibility of the highest and best use. The funds also can be used to package the information and market the real estate opportunity to a prospective buyer or developer. Pictured here is the Munford Bank building in Gloucester Village. Results showed the adaptive reuse of the property is feasible for a boutique hotel and restaurant. Gloucester's Main Street Preservation Trust also shared the market information with existing businesses, especially those that might have opportunities to fill product and service gaps, to expand, or to reposition. Work with property owners to identify best uses for available properties or spaces, or how spaces could be adapted to house multiple uses or tenants. Pictured here is Harrisonburg's Agora downtown market, which is housed in a historic former car dealership. A savvy property owner monetized the large space by subdividing, ranging from 200 to 1,500 square feet, for 11 small businesses that share a similar customer base. Products include handmade bags, fair trade goods, zero waste products, clothing, and vintage items. You can use window treatments to highlight opportunities for vacant storefronts. Eagle River Main Street in Wisconsin led a fun reveal of a new business by slowly crossing out business concepts and honing in on the new businesses about to fill the space. Temporary window clings can also be used to easily bring color to the vacant storefront and promote opportunities for new businesses on the program's wish list. Positive messages can be displayed like, "This space is not empty, it's full of opportunity," or "I wish I was a toy store or bakery or coffee shop." Work with property owners to market available space within the district, such as Main Street McMinnville in Tennessee, that lists rental and purchase opportunities and agent and owner contact information to learn more. Go a step further and host housing tours to showcase district living and opportunities for new or rehabilitated housing. Locals are always curious to peer into these downtown upper story housing units, so host a tour of the best to showcase the development opportunities and quality of life, like Believe in Bristol's From the Top Down Loft Tour. Seeing the real thing is motivating, and shows off the possibilities. Organize and host periodic open house style commercial property tours of available real estate and spaces for prospective businesses, entrepreneurs, and investors. Grapevine, Texas offers familiarization tours to experience what the community has to offer. While in-person options are available, a series of nicely produced videos are on their website for a virtual option. Economic Vitality works with partners to assemble economic partnerships and resources. The most successful district revitalization demonstrates high levels of collaboration and leveraging the resources and expertise of community economic development partners. These partnerships help harness skills and opportunities that may be outside the grasp of Main Street board members and volunteers. Work with economic development partners to assess and enhance the local support system, with consideration given to training and mentoring, access to capital, and availability of appropriate space. Your Main Street program can organize and package these economic development partner services to help your district businesses and property owners know what's available locally. Who's at the table? The local government, Chamber of Commerce, regional EDO, foundations, colleges, SBDC, utilities, banks, brokers, and marketing organizations. These same economic development partners can help to assess and enhance the local entrepreneurial support system, with consideration given to training and mentoring, access to capital, and availability of appropriate space. By most definitions, entrepreneurial ecosystems refer to the strategic alignment of a variety of public and private efforts, including government policies, funding and finance, human capital, and regulatory frameworks, to provide necessary financial, social, and human capital to foster entrepreneurship in innovative and creative ways. Frequently overlooked in this definition is the value of place and the physical environment as central factors in creating and growing successful enterprises. Check out Main Street America's Guide to Entrepreneurial Ecosystems and its tools to assess your area. Work with the partners to identify and pursue appropriate tools and resources such as grants, tax credits, and Virginia Code-enabled incentive zones to catalyze investment in targeted sectors. A broad range of incentives and financing options are available for new and expanding businesses that include Enterprise Zone, which is a partnership between the state and local government. Designated zones throughout the state provide two grant-based incentives, the Job Creation Grant and the Real Property Investment Grant. There's the Opportunity Zone, which is a federal economic development and community development tax benefit available to investors with capital gains designed to encourage long-term private investment in low-income urban, suburban, and rural census tracts. Tourism Development Zone is a local ordinance that allows for tourism-related businesses to take advantage of local tax incentives and deductions. Similarly, the Technology Zone encourages the development of commercial and industrial businesses engaged in technological research, design, and manufacturing. The Hub Zone program fuels small business growth in historically underutilized business zones, with a goal of awarding a percentage of federal contract dollars to Hub Zone certified companies each year. A revolving loan fund is a self-replenishing pool of money primarily used for development and expansion of small businesses. A Sidewalk and Landscaping Grant is a locally funded grant program used primarily for improvements in the public realm. And through the federal and state historic rehabilitation tax credit programs, property owners have access to substantial incentives for private investment preservation. There are 27 local SBDC offices across Virginia providing professional business counseling, training, and business resources to help grow and strengthen Virginia businesses. And Virginia Small Business Financing offers programs to provide businesses, not-for-profits, and economic development authorities with the financing needed for economic growth. Here are a few actions to forge economic development partnerships. Work with partners to identify and pursue appropriate tools and resources to address distressed properties and catalyze investment. Onancock Main Street used Virginia Main Street Design Services for conceptual design enhancements, while at the same time implementing a financial feasibility grant to explore architectural and market potential, and a funding stack through a developer's pro forma. Or stage a business startup contest that offers entrepreneurs a chance to enter the market at a low entry cost. As a 2021 Community Business Launch grantee, Downtown Blackstone Inc., in partnership with Co-Starters, hosted its Business Launch Pitch Night on July 7th, 2021. And 8 entrepreneurs pitched their startup business or expansion ideas to a panel of expert judges. 5 prize winners were named the following week and opened in downtown later in the summer. Work in unison with economic development partners to help entrepreneurs, prospects, and investors navigate startup and development processes to promote a business-friendly environment. Package information for developers that outline key steps in the local development process and that promote opportunities, incentives, and reasons to invest. Since the development of the Business Development Guide, Emporia Main Street in Kansas has been able to more effectively partner with a variety of individuals that now know how to invest in the downtown area. Downtown Emporia has had $48 million in reinvestment in the last 7 years, and the Business Investment Guide played a significant role in the development and recruiting process. Work with local code officials to map permitting processes in user-friendly terms. The City of Waynesboro created an interactive online guide with a step-by-step guide to creating a business plan, finding the ideal location, building a marketing strategy, connecting with your customers, identifying local business incentives, and obtaining business licenses and regulation. A one-stop shop. Results are the tangible outcomes and measures that demonstrate you've achieved your goals and aspirations. How do you know your program is succeeding? What measures will tell us we are on track to achieve success? These are some of the measures that are used to track success on Main Street. Private and public investment, new business openings, downtown housing units, occupancy rates, and local tax revenue. Continue to monitor and report on key metrics for success in the downtown. Use this data to adjust your approach and tout the program's accomplishments. And share those results. Partner with the organization committee and use the marketing channels to highlight achievements, recognize support, and create the backdrop for ongoing economic development. Gloucester Main Street shared their Downtown Dollars program success story through multiple media channels. During the pandemic, the Downtown Dollars gift card platform raised more than $150,000 for downtown businesses. It is all right to toot your own horn. That pleases all involved to know that their efforts are being put to great use and having an impact on the community. As a recap, here are the key steps of a successful economic vitality effort. 1. Invest time to build relationships and trust with district property owners, business community members, and economic development partners. Make a commitment to listen and employ high-touch communications that advance meaningful discussions and demonstrate care. 2. Create and maintain a current building and business inventory, market information, and statistics tracking progress. And 3. Identify businesses, anchors, attractions, and special features that help drive the district's economy. Build on those assets in a way that offers opportunities for existing businesses to grow and for new businesses and uses to join the mix. 4. Engage stakeholders and economic development partners at the ground level of the planning process to help build ownership and to mobilize communities' collective talent. And 5, highlight accomplishments, showcase progress and successes, and use testimonials and positive messaging to create an air of excitement around the district. If you're interested in learning more, many resources can be found through Main Street America's Main Street Resource Center, including guides, pre-recorded webinars, and The Point, a professional networking platform. Virginia Main Street's blog highlights best practices, funding and training opportunities, as well as a clearinghouse of pre-recorded webinars and training handouts. And the Center for Nonprofit Excellence is a champion, learning partner, and advisor to Virginia nonprofits. So please reach out to the Virginia Main Street staff. We're here to help. Thank you for your interest in Virginia Main Street.